Well, hello everyone. It is I, your pal, J.Ishiro Finney, author and alien in a human suit, and that was Biomechanic by Frontline Assembly from the Tactical Neural Implant album. Tueldi asked about what album Outcast was from, a song I played, I believe, yesterday, so I thought I'd follow it up with another song from that album that is just as good, if not better. Yeah, that album, if you're going to get a Frontline Assembly album, that is the one to own, seriously. But anyway, yeah, another old favorite of mine. Still listen to it all the time. And I just wanted to drop in and say, hey, everyone, Siege Engine, you know that chapter one that's 10,000 words long? It's done. I put the finishing touches on it. Um, Hopefully, I can put the finishing touches on the next two chapters just as quickly, and I can have the book or the first installment out because I'm really excited about that. And especially since when I read it to you guys, or read scenes, and you guys just went nuts for it, so it means I'm on the right track. So what's going on with you? What's been happening? Last night's show unfortunately got banned because I played a Megadeth track, but oh well, whatever. Now you got to remember, if they glow in the dark, you're allowed to run them over with your car. You released Draco Nightmare has released the paperback of Star Warden Volume 2 today. Um, by the way, have any of you guys read that book? I'm just out of curiosity. I have not had the chance to sit down with it myself. I am very sorry. But if one of you have read it, I would love to get your feedback. I mean, I always like reviews from listeners. Big boobs, big robots, I approve. Yeah, that is Siege Engine, definitely. That is definitely an aspect of Siege Engine. And lots of exploding communists. Being that communism seems to be the in thing with the lefties these days. I mean, they're now outwardly just admitting they're communist. I figured I'd just be a dick and write a story where they are repeatedly hit, punched, blown up, and destroyed. So, you know, in Star Wars, the cannon fodder were stormtroopers. In this story, kind of the cannon fodder are communists. The real scary people in this story are actually the cartel. The Mexican cartels are the ones that are terrifying. The communists are just sad and pathetic, and being used by the cartel as meat shields, basically. Oh well, if Fiana's read it, Draco, I'll have her on and she can talk about it. Yeah, Three's Company last night got yeeted because I played Symphony of Destruction by Megadeth, which is, come on, how old is that song? That song came out in like, what, 92, 93? Um, what profits are they possibly losing by me turning new listeners on to that song? They love in their space. Okay. Um, anyway, yeah, had a productive day writing. Very excited about this, and I'm gonna have to get JC to do a couple commissions for the characters. I think you'll all want to see a commission of Hildy, of course. After I read the description of her, you all seemed very keen on that idea. Um, yeah, seriously, give me a topic. What's going on? How will Megadeth feed their gold golems? Yeah, I don't think Megadeth's the problem. I think it's the record label, to be honest with you. Hey, JC, what's up? Um, I wish I could talk a little more about our project, but we will soon. Soon. Um, yeah. Well, I thought I'd have more to say. I guess not. Well, okay. That's been the show, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Have a good evening. No, seriously, I have no clue what to talk about right now, other than I'm taking a break from a very good writing session. But how many times can I say that before it gets kind of dull? Yeah, Ishi, why didn't you pay Megadeth their 0.00001 cent royalty fee? You sent me another email, JC. Well, let me check right now. Okay, checking. That's bad. No, I do not see an email from you, my friend. The only thing I got from you was an email saying that you were cool with the samples I sent you with the speech bubbles in them. Oh, I'm going to go over this now. Shit. Um, yeah, I got nothing. I'm sorry. I'm looking here. I got the email from you where you sent me the stuff from the day the clown cried. Um, I've got page 5, panel 1 of Dr. Meyer, which is great. But no, I don't have. I please send it again if I'm missing something here, because I need to stay on top of these things. But yeah, I know I'm not supposed to talk about it till we have some complete stuff to show you guys, the listeners. My editor will come in with the writing crop and hit me if I talk about it. But things have been going at a good pace. We're gonna have some cool stuff to show you soon. And I don't know if Kat's listening right now. Okay. Okay, you're gonna send it now? Excellent. Did you hear of the Mexican elves? No, tell me about the Mexican elves. That sounds curious. Um, is that kind of like Mexican cartel elves that use magic to smuggle drugs in their stomach? The president of Mexico claimed he found elves. Right. Well, they use a lot of drugs there in the Mexican government. An actual fae. Well, okay, let me punch that into Google. Mexico president elves. Really? An elf? A witch? Mexico's president says it's the magical Alux or Eluxe. I don't know Spanish. What the fuck? The Mexican president's claiming. Oh my god. Dude, that's probably a goddamn owl. I'm looking at the photo now. That is probably an owl. And if it's not an owl, it's probably some sort of big cat, because big cats have eyes like that. And they do have those big cats in Mexico that will sit up in trees and drop down on you. Here, let me see if I can get a picture to share with the chat. I mean, as far as spooky pictures go, it's pretty decent. I mean, it's got just enough blur to be indecipherable, but you can still kind of do a pareidolia where you look at it and it looks like there's something there. Come on, I want a good one. I can't seem to. Are you guys getting sick of the thing where it says web? What is it? When you try to save an image file and it pops up with WebP instead? So I don't know. Yeah, God forbid somebody copy a JPEG off the internet and share it. Okay, I think I got one I can share. I'll have to share this with Kat. She'll dig this. Kat's really into cryptids. I mean, a long ass time ago, for fun, she was doing a blog about cryptids where she'd just dig up what she'd find. I mean, it wasn't like anything too in depth, but it was kind of here's a very brief history of kind of thing of this cryptid and this cryptid, but they were fun. So yeah, she's kind of big on cryptids. So here we go. That's what the Mexican president is saying is an elf. That could be a flash distortion. Shit, that could be anything, man. I don't know. What do you guys think? Thank you, Eloise. Web 3 is a mistake. Okay, you resent it? I mean, yeah, I mean, as far as spooky pictures go, it's ideal. Um, when you want, the best kinds of photographs like these, be it UFO or a cryptid, is you can only have one of two kinds. Either it's got to be crystal clear and like undeniable, like say the Phoenix lights, where it's like, yeah, that's without question. You know what you're looking at. That is an object in the sky. Or I'm trying to think of another one where it was really obvious. Um, some of those recent photos of the chupacabra, where they now think it's that Australian oh god, I forget the name. Some sort of Australian big cat, or I forget, it's a marsupial, where the pictures are very clear, and it's like, yeah, okay, that's obviously what it is. You either want the picture to be like that, or you want the picture to be blurry, well shot just well enough that you can see something there, and your eye can fill in the gaps just enough to, let the human mind decide what it's seeing or see something. And well, it's called pareidolia is what it's called. But and then it's kind of spooky looking. So I mean, it's a great photo. I mean, at first glance, yeah, it looks like a Jawa or some sort of a little hooded creature with glowing eyes. But if I had to guess, the hood behind it is actually probably part of the tree, and the black silhouette, again, could be anything from just two dots in the light, some sort of big cat, an owl. I mean, there's no shortage of things that could be. But okay, JEC says he sent me something. Oh. Well, my friends, until I get permission from Cat, I can't share it with you, unfortunately. But JEC just sent me a page. And what's kind of cool about it is we're going back and forth, and I like to do my own lettering. It's just something I do. It allows you to control the pace of the conversation and do certain things. But JC, his speech bubbles and narration blocks or squares are part of his artwork. So he went in and he took my lettering and he redid it and made it look even better. I love it. This is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask Kat if I can share this. You know what? You know what else, JC? There was one thing that Kat had commented. I know the audience doesn't get to see any of this about the crash sound effect, and you fixed it by adding the smash in there. But I shouldn't talk any more about it because this is probably boring as shit for the audience because they don't get to look at it yet. I'll just say this much, guys. JEC sent me a page from Space Hunter Reiko, and it's really good. I love it. Yeah, it could look like a demon. Yeah, definitely. Mexican president looks like Soros. Well, yeah, there you go. You want to see a demon? Look at George Soros. There you go. Porn art of it drawn when? Porn art of it drawn when? I'm guessing that either autofill or autocorrect did something there because I don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry. Horror TikToks have a bunch of Southern and Central videos of things like this. They all look staged. Yeah, if you can tell it's staged, that's when you failed. I mean, and the thing is, some of the best of those photos, I mean, the person really does think they've seen something. It's amazing how many times it really does turn out to be an owl of some sort. And it's just the owl has a certain shape that our eyes at night, our depth perception, owls can look a fuck ton bigger than they really are. Another thing to keep in mind about Mexico, they've got vampire bats. And we're talking about the vampire bats that are like, 3 feet tall and can walk around on their wings and attack cows. So, they really are scary shit. in Mexico to be found anyway. A cryptid known as George. Is the comic going to crowdfund or just straight to Amazon? Oh no, we're gonna crowdfund this thing, and I've been running the numbers on the price, and actually very impressed how much prices have gone down with Print Ninja. Very, very happy. No, I'm just looking at this page and wishing I could share it. Is this a low-res JPEG? Final version, yeah, it looks like this is just a JPEG. When you're ready, send me a final version that is a TIFF file, if you can. But again, the audience probably really doesn't want to hear about art tech specs right now, so I'll talk about other things. Going over here. The Mexican president looks like a cryptid. I could be wrong. Yeah, it looks like most of you agree it's either a cat or an owl. God, I'm spaced out right now. So I'm here rambling. You know, should I get mad and rant about how much we shouldn't be nice to lefties? I mean, that seems to really get the ratings going. I don't know. Lately, I've been a bit on a tear about just, let's stop trying to play nice with the leftists and just, fuck them. They can go to hell. Why should we be the polite ones? Why should we be the bigger person? We have to play by their rules and treat them just as badly because there's no arguing and no talking with them. I've noticed those rants have really, really helped the ratings. Yeah, I'm with George. I think it's Eddie from Iron Maiden coming to get the Mexican president. JEC says that I should read some more of what I had written. All right, well, let's see. Let me pull it out. Yeah, we're probably still going to give more money to Ukraine. Seems like Biden wants to give the Ukraine all of the monies. Fucked hard. I did not think in my lifetime that I would have the honor of seeing the absolute worst president the United States ever had. Everyone says, "Oh, he's the worst president the country's ever had." Well, no, I honestly believe this really is the worst president the nation has ever had. Through all our highs and lows, what was his name with the teapot dome scandal? Was it Warren G. Harding? You were Jew? No, I am definitely not Jewish, dude. I'm half Irish, half Japanese. I'm a Celt and a yellow person. And your name is Balls. Balls. Okay. Nice to meet you, Balls. Taft, thank you. Taft and Harding. Yeah, those guys were terrible presidents. Lincoln was an awful fucking president, believe it or not. We've had a number of really bad presidents. Jimmy Carter was a nightmare. W was pretty bad too. None of them, I think, are as bad as Biden. I really think Biden is the worst president this country will ever have. And that's because I honestly believe that if we continue on the path he's put us on, we're not going to be the United States for much longer. We're going to be the divided states. There might be two United States. Who knows? Yeah, Bush Jr. was pretty fucking awful. I mean, he was a fucktard. Of course, he really wasn't really all that in charge now, was he? He was basically the corporatist president. He's like, okay, whatever lines the pockets of my friends. Okay. Trying to see if I can't find a scene that would not confuse you. Because it is a 10,000 word chapter, so there's a lot to go through. Um, let's see. Yeah, I would agree. Biden's worse than Cheney. All right. So they're getting drunk at the bar, which this is a very long scene about getting plowed and getting into a fight, apparently. Uh, and they keep reflecting back on this horrible job they've just returned from on Venus. They were on Venus doing a job that just went to complete shit. And they keep toasting how much they hate Venus. So as for drinking the stuff, what I'm told the ink prickles the tongue and makes your skin tingle. Honestly, all I'm feeling right now is drunk. As the purple poison spreads in our bellies, me and Hildy melt into our seats. For a split second of eternity, we stare past each other, bleary-eyed and stupid. Somewhere far away, I hear myself laughing. Hildy's giggling something about it's funny because it's true. Then reality snaps back into focus. Thing that irks me is how much they were counting on us dying before dying out there fighting the Rojos. Whiskey Foxtrot Tango. We're Kane's killers, motherfucker. Fubar's our middle name. We don't die so easy. Hildy licks the inside of her shot glass, then drops it on the table. Freaking Venus, man. The whole planet needs to unfuck itself. Fucking A, I slur, and take another slug of beer, nodding in agreement. 70 years of terraforming and the atmosphere still reeks of cat piss. You know, the cat piss air I could deal with. It reminded me of Grandma's house. It was the locals that I wanted to murder. Come on, let's be specific. It was the Futurians you wanted dead. Stupid frickin' hose noses. She jams a finger up her left nostril and does her best imitation of a Futurian accent. Comrades, we have nothing to lose but our chains. Geez, the only thing I regret is not shoving that freaking ukulele up Quinn's ass before we executed it. Execute? We didn't execute nothing. We put that thing out of its mercy. I dip into my pocket, drop a fistful of tuning knobs on the table. We put that poor thing out of its misery. You kept them? Hildy bursts into laughter. Yeah, souvenirs. Sometime around the fifth month of serving under Commander Quinn, we'd all agreed the bastard's ukulele playing was pushing us closer and closer to murdering the son of a bitch, so I made a command decision of my own. One evening, I noticed Quinn had left the thing unattended in the rec room, right next to the ball pit. Yeah, you heard correctly. There was a ball pit at the base. Anyway, I stashed the ukulele under my bomber jacket, then asked Hildy to join me for an evening stroll around the perimeter. Long story short, we snuck all the way out. We snuck away to a small outcropping of rocks about a click from base, got buzzed on tiger piss beer, and then took turns popping shots at Quinn's pride and joy. Since Hildy is one of those insane people who conceal carries a 500 Magnum revolver, we both agreed to stick to using my 1911 automatic. One pop from Hildy's beast of a revolver would have turned the thing to splinters. As it was, the 45 slugs from my 1911 punched such clean holes through the ukulele's simulated wood. We were able to empty a full magazine before it disintegrated into a heap of knobs, strings, and carbon fibers. Hildy swipes the knob off the table, sinks her teeth into it. Holy shit, I think this is real cloned ivory? No shit. Maybe. Ask me again when I'm sober. She bursts into laughter again. Hey, remember when those dickheads found... remember when the dickheads on Day Watch found Quinn's dead ukulele out there in the dunes? Now I'm laughing too. Yeah, how the official report declared that it was an act of enemy sabotage? Fucking Quinn cried all week. We wanted to hold a funeral for the damn thing. Wait, you know what we should do? What? Send Quinn one of these. Send Quinn one of those sorry for your loss condolences card. And not the digital kind, but like the old school hallmarks, printed on paper and everything. Christ, do you have any idea how much stellar mail costs? Come on, it'd be totally worth it. Just think of Quinn's dumb face when they opens up the envelope and sees it's from us. I mull it over for a second, pick up one of the tuning knobs, hold it between my thumb and forefinger. I like it, but we got to include one of these with the card. I'll fucking toast to that. Hildy goes for a second shot of the wild turkey. I do the same. To Quinn's dead as fucking dirt ukulele, she says. We clink glasses. And fuck Quinn for assuming that suicide mission would slag all of us, I added. Yeah, we're Kane's motherfucking killers, damn it. Hildy downs the shot. So do I. Okay. Have to change a word. Realized it's confusing. This time the liquor smacks me so hard I don't actually remember swallowing it. My head is spinning and it's absolutely glorious. For a full half minute or so, I'm actually not pissed off. Then for another 5 minutes, I'm pissed off again, but can't remember why. Oh yeah, Quinn tried to kill us. Okay, so about that, yeah, Hildy wasn't shitting about the Futurians wanting Kane's killers MIA. Again, the Tildir version of the story is the AI running the war figured if we died in action, it wouldn't have to pay us a full fee. As per standard Merc agreement, half the fee is paid up front, along with overhead expenses. The second half is paid when the contract's complete. For Venus, we had signed for a 6-month tour. Problem was, as that final month on Venus drew closer, the missions got stupidly risky. Repeatedly, we were sent into enemy territory with intel saying only to expect mild resistance, just to find ourselves facing down overwhelming numbers. Bad intel? Once, sure. Twice, maybe. 3 times in a row? I mean, it's a rare day when intel isn't bad. But this was way beyond normal screw-ups. Not even a pack of retards like the Futurian hose noses could screw things up this badly without actively trying. Something was up, so I confronted Quinn about it. You know what that little freak did? Blamed me. Spat out some laundry list of microaggressions, triggers, and implicit biases I'd committed, then accused me of traumatizing the resident intel officer to the point of being unable to work. Never in my life have I so badly wanted to cave in someone's face with my fist, or jam my Colt 1911 up Quinn's ass and fire it till the magazine was dry. Okay. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? Instead, I just said, yeah, fuck it, whatever, and walked off. Then 2 days later, the defecation really hit the oscillation. We were taking part in a joint operation to clear out an enemy landing strip inside Hellstrom's crater, 30 clicks across and another 20 deep. It was a highly defensible position. What's more, the Rojo had seized a giant mining conveyor in the area and was using it to ship loads of Peridot to fund their war effort. You know what? I'm not reading this too well. I'm sorry. I just don't have the rhythm to read this right now. I don't think I'm doing a good job. What I'm getting to is this great big battle scene that he's going to recount. $500 magnums, the first on my list to carry. Let's see your comments anyway. Going all the way up. Carter versus Biden. No matter who wins, we all lose. Let's see. Everyone's agreeing. Everyone's agreeing that Biden's probably the worst we've ever had. When you became a creator of art, did you ever get a mindset change, started seeing things differently in a different light, like I've done since? I'm not really sure what you mean by that. Okay, going through here. 500 Magnum is on my list for a carry gun. Tits. What's the rough timeline placed in the near future of 500 years? I don't say. I'm making it vague purposely, and that's because stories so quickly uh, date themselves if you give an actual date. Um, so all you know is that this is roughly a little 200 years in the future, probably. Sometime in the 21st century, we started colonizing and expanding outward. And when we started doing that, we reset the Gregorian, or the Gregorian. We reset the Roman calendar. Is it the Roman calendar we use, or is it the Gregorian? Fuck, I don't know. We reset the calendar from AD to AE, and what it is AD meant in the Anno Deus, I believe, in the year of our Lord. So I have AE is Anno Expansionum, which is in the year of our expansion. And so the idea is it's a new calendar. So the year that the story takes place, I believe, is 92 AE. And that just solves a lot of problems. And I think it's also a don't take this too seriously kind of thing. And I realize I'm making some cultural references that were probably way too dated. But I was one thing I was thinking about is what endures. Because there are certain things that have endured in our culture for like thousands of years. And honestly, we don't know what's going to be on everyone's minds, 200, 300 years in the future. What parts of what we're doing here and now, what art we're creating, what films we're making, what history, what stories are going to endure and become popular. Um, I don't think the Greeks ever thought their myths were going to last this long, for instance. Or the fact that Greco-Roman wrestling is still a sport that's practiced is another. It does have a bit of a Venus War vibe to it, by all means. Yeah, it definitely does. But yeah, for one thing, nobody thought H.P. Lovecraft was going to become a cultural force that he did. While there were writers that were like A-listers that were big names, in the 20s and 1920s, nobody remembers now, just completely forgotten. Uh, I think a recent example of that, and I bring this up quite often, is that stupid the first gay kiss on television, and that Ellen show was, oh, history has been remade. Nobody fucking talks about it. It's barely remembered. The gay relationship everybody talks about from the 90s is Xena and Gabrielle. So you don't know what's going to endure. The Colt 1911. Yeah, that's a good example. See, the Colt 1911, possibly the best automatic ever created. A design so good, we're still fucking using it over a century later. So I figure in the distant future, or even it's not going anywhere. It's one of those designs that's going to stay with us, just like the sword. Um, going through here. Sounds like that AI needs a few rounds going through 4chan with everybody knowing what it is. Going through your comments. Hey, what's up, John? How's it going? I haven't talked to you in a while. And that's because I haven't spent a lot of time online lately. I've kind of tried my best to focus as much as I can on writing and avoid social media. But yeah, I keep saying it, but I need to drop in on your show and I need you back on ours. I would definitely like to get an update on you and your projects. It's always a good thing. And just as a quick aside, I'm sure you guys already all support John and read his books, but if you don't, check out John De La Rosa's stuff. It's well worth it. He's been doing a lot of comics that don't suck, that aren't woke. And I can attest to that. An editor read his troll letters and was impressed and hired him to be a sci-fi writer. Really? John De La Rosa, the legend. You were often mentioned in these streams. Lovecraft was one of the first media trolls. That's quite possible. God, I'm sorry, guys. I'm running out of steam. I tried reading to you. I tune in just for the gay stuff. For the gay stuff. There's nothing gay about my show, I think. But yeah, I don't know. I tried reading to you guys this what I had, but it wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. Not like the other night. Have I seen the Biden deepfake? No, or maybe. Which one? There's been more than one. I suspect mechs will eventually happen, not because of practicality, but because it's something everybody wants. Well, I try to make them as practical as possible in the story I'm writing. And we'll get to see what you think. Jeez, I'm sorry, guys. I got nothing. I was on a rant yesterday. I mean, yesterday I was on a tear. But I don't know. Maybe I'm burnt out. I don't know. Well, tell you what, everybody. We'll be doing a writer's room, or not writer's room, a WordCraft show tomorrow. It'll be kind of a writers, publishers circle in which we're going to bring multiple people on, and we're all going to talk about the state of the industry as kind of a continuation of last week. And I look forward to releasing this for you all to buy. I'm glad to finally have something out again. All right. Good night.